I've failed many times in my life. I failed my university entrance exams 3 times, and I was rejected from over 30 jobs, including KFC. At first, it was easy to blame the system, the economy, or even bad luck. But something shifted in me when I realized that the only way to transform my life was by taking full responsibility for it. When I stopped looking for excuses and started looking for solutions, that's when my journey to success really began. Life doesn't hand you all the answers, and waiting for perfect conditions is a waste of time. The key is to stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What can I do about it?" When you make that shift, your focus changes, and where focus goes, energy flows. If you don't take control of your life, no one else will do it for you. I used to say, if not now, when? If not me, who? That mindset pushed me to take action, even when the path wasn't clear. Taking responsibility isn't easy. I had to face my mistakes and understand that my choices led me to where I was. It was painful, but it was necessary. Every failure I encountered taught me something invaluable. Without that awareness, I wouldn't have been able to overcome the challenges that lay ahead. The truth is, while you're busy blaming the world, you're missing the opportunity to become the person who can truly change your reality. I learned that trying to change the world around you is pointless if you're not willing to change yourself first. As I often say, if you want to catch the rabbit, don't change the rabbit, change yourself. Real change starts from within, and it's that internal shift that transforms everything around you. Once you take responsibility for your life, something extraordinary happens. You start seeing opportunities more clearly. And when those opportunities come, there's one crucial thing you need to stay on track: clear, defined goals. When I began my journey, one thing became crystal clear. You can't get anywhere if you don't know where you're going. Many people wait for success to happen by chance, but I've learned that hope is not a strategy. What really drives us forward are clear, well-defined goals. Ask yourself, how much do you want to earn? By when? Without those answers, any progress you make will be temporary and based on luck. I was always very clear about my objectives. When we founded Alibaba, our goal was simple: to help small businesses succeed in the digital world. We knew where we wanted to go, and because of that, we could create a concrete plan. Setting goals is like setting the direction on a compass. Without it, you may move, but you won't move in the right direction. If not now, when? That phrase guided me to set specific timelines for every goal we had. Over time, those small wins turned into something much bigger. Having a goal is just the beginning. What truly makes a difference is how you plan to reach it. Every goal should be tangible, something you can measure and track. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't start construction without knowing how the house should look when it's finished. The same goes for your goals. You need to visualize what you want and create a clear, actionable plan to get there. With clear goals, the path becomes much easier to follow and success becomes more attainable. But goals are meaningless without action. Too many people get stuck in the planning stage but never move into execution. I've always been a big believer in taking action quickly. When you have a clear goal, every step you take toward it, no matter how small, is significant. Once you take that first step, things start to happen. That's how real change occurs. Whenever I feel lost or overwhelmed, I remind myself of the importance of returning to my goals. They're like a lighthouse, guiding me even in the darkest of times. And when you have clear goals, you need one more thing to stay on course: discipline. Setting goals is important, but without discipline, they remain nothing more than dreams. I've seen many people with incredible ideas, but they fail to reach their full potential because they lack the discipline to follow through. Discipline is what transforms vision into reality. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up, even on days when you don't feel like it. For me, discipline has always been the key to achieving the impossible. When we were building Alibaba, there were countless days when things seemed impossible. But every day I reminded myself and my team that success comes from consistency. It's not the big leaps that get you there, it's the small, steady steps. One day at a time. Every step, no matter how small, compounds over time and leads to massive change. That's the power of discipline. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Of course, discipline is not about never making mistakes. There will always be setbacks and challenges. What matters is how quickly you can get back on track after you slip. True discipline isn't about perfection. It's about resilience. It's the ability to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. I've had many failures in my life, but I never let them stop me from moving forward. Building discipline is like building a muscle. You start small with daily habits that seem almost insignificant at first. But over time, these habits grow stronger and they become part of who you are. Whether it's waking up early to exercise or dedicating time each day to learning something new, these small actions compound into success. Discipline, after all, is a skill that anyone can develop. And once you develop that discipline, it becomes the foundation for everything else. With it, you can achieve any goal you set your mind to. But success doesn't stop with discipline. To truly grow and lead, you must embrace something even more powerful, a growth mindset. One thing I've always believed in is that learning never stops. The world is constantly changing, and those who stop learning get left behind. I often say that leaders are readers, but more than that, they are lifelong learners. You have to keep growing, keep evolving, because what worked yesterday won't necessarily work tomorrow. That's why maintaining a growth mindset is so crucial to success. When I look at the most successful people I know, they are not the ones who rest on their laurels. They are the ones who stay curious, who invest in themselves every day. Even 15 minutes of learning a day can lead to incredible growth over time. It doesn't matter how busy you are, you can always find time to learn something new, whether it's reading a book, taking an online course, or simply observing those around you. Continuous learning is the key to staying relevant. I've always encouraged my team to adopt this mindset. At Alibaba, we didn't just want to create a successful company, we wanted to create a culture of learning. I told my team, if you stop learning, you stop leading. That's why we pushed ourselves to innovate, to experiment, and to constantly challenge the status quo. We didn't fear failure because we knew that every failure was a lesson. The truth is, personal development isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong process. And the more you learn, the more you grow, both personally and professionally. This mindset opens doors you never thought possible. When you approach life with a curiosity and a willingness to learn, you unlock new levels of potential that lead to success. And as you continue learning, remember that the people around you play a critical role in shaping your mindset. Surrounding yourself with the right people can push you to grow even further. I've always believed that the people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or pull you down. Throughout my journey, I learned that if you want to succeed, you need to surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and help you grow. The energy and mindset of those around you are contagious, and they can influence the way you think and act more than you realize. I used to tell my team that success leaves clues. If you want to be successful, spend time with people who have achieved what you want to achieve. At Alibaba, we created an environment where we could learn from each other. where everyone was encouraged to bring their best ideas to the table. This collaborative spirit made us all stronger, and it helped push the company to new heights. But it's not just about being around successful people. It's about being around the right kind of people, the ones who genuinely want to see you succeed. I've had to distance myself from people who were negative or toxic, not because I didn't care about them, but because their energy was draining. If you're constantly surrounded by people who don't believe in your dreams, it becomes harder to stay focused and motivated. That's why it's so important to protect your energy and be intentional about who you let into your circle. Seek out people who push you to be better, who hold you accountable, and who encourage you to keep going even when things get tough. These are the people who will help you grow, both personally and professionally. Once you have the right people around you, the next step is to manage your most valuable resource, your time. Time is the most precious resource we have, and once it's gone, we can never get it back. This is something I've always been mindful of. When I was younger, I used to think I had all the time in the world. But as I grew older, I realized that how we manage our time determines the quality of our life and the level of our success. Managing your time effectively is the foundation for productivity and personal growth. One principle that has helped me tremendously is the 80-20 rule. It states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. This means that not all tasks are created equal. I've always focused on identifying the few key tasks that drive the most value and results, and then dedicating my time to those. When you prioritize the right things, you can achieve more in less time. But effective time management also requires learning to say no. Early in my career, I used to say yes to every opportunity, thinking that it would help me grow. But I soon realized that trying to do everything meant I wasn't doing anything well. You need to be strategic with your time and protect it fiercely. Saying no to distractions allows you to say yes to the things that truly matter. Another critical aspect of managing your time is eliminating distractions. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in emails, social media, and endless meetings. But if you're constantly reacting to what's happening around you, you'll never make real progress on your goals. I've learned to block out time for deep work, where I can focus on the most important tasks without interruptions. And once you've mastered time management, there's another aspect of yourself that you must learn to control: your emotions. Emotions can either drive you forward or hold you back. One of the most important lessons I've learned is that you need to understand your emotions, not suppress them. Anger, fear, frustration, these feelings are natural, but they can cloud your judgment if you let them take control. Instead of letting emotions dictate your decisions, learn to recognize them for what they are, signals that something needs your attention. For me, learning to manage my emotions was a game changer. There were so many times when things didn't go the way I expected, and it was easy to feel frustrated or defeated, but I realized that reacting emotionally rarely led to the best outcomes. Instead, I learned to pause, take a breath, and respond thoughtfully. This shift in approach allowed me to make clearer decisions, especially in high-pressure situations. Managing emotions isn't about denying how you feel. It's about acknowledging those emotions and then choosing how to respond. When fear arises, for example, it's a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, which is often where growth happens. Instead of letting fear stop you, use it as fuel to push forward. Embracing your emotions rather than avoiding them leads to greater self-awareness and resilience. I've also learned the importance of staying calm in the face of adversity. At Alibaba, we faced countless challenges that could have easily overwhelmed us. But staying calm allowed us to navigate through the chaos and come out stronger on the other side. Emotional intelligence is one of the most powerful tools for leadership and personal growth. Once you master your emotions, you're better equipped to manage your energy. And that brings us to the foundation of all success: physical health. No matter how ambitious you are, without good health, everything else becomes limited. I've always believed that taking care of your body is the first step toward achieving success. Your body is like a high-performance vehicle. It needs proper fuel and maintenance to function at its best. If you neglect your health, it doesn't matter how big your dreams are. You won't have the energy or stamina to make them a reality. Throughout my career, I made a conscious effort to prioritize my health. I knew that if I didn't take care of myself, I wouldn't be able to lead my company or inspire my team. It's not just about exercising or eating well, though those are important. It's about making health a part of your lifestyle. Simple habits like regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and getting enough sleep can have a profound impact on your energy levels and mental clarity. I've always encouraged my team to make their health a priority. You can't pour from an empty cup, and when you're not feeling your best, your work suffers. Investing in your health isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. If you want to perform at your highest level, you need to treat your body with the respect it deserves. Taking care of your health also has a direct impact on your mindset. When you're physically healthy, you're more resilient, more focused, and more optimistic. You have the energy to tackle challenges head-on and the mental clarity to make better decisions. In the fast-paced world of entrepreneurship, where long hours and stress are the norm, maintaining good health is essential for long-term success. And once you've built a strong foundation of health, the next step is embracing one of the most critical aspects of success, entrepreneurship as a game of love. To me, entrepreneurship isn't just about IQ or EQ, it's about LQ, the love quotient. True entrepreneurs don't just build companies for profit, they build them with love and compassion for their people, their customers, and their communities. If you don't care about the people you serve, your business won't last. That's why I always tell people that business is about heart, not just numbers. At Alibaba, we didn't just want to build a successful company. We wanted to build a company that made a positive impact on society, a company that helped small businesses thrive. From the very beginning, we worked with a sense of purpose. We weren't just in it for the money. We wanted to create something meaningful. And when you lead with love, it shows. Your team feels it, your customers feel it, and the success follows naturally. I've always believed that when you care deeply about the people you work with, you build something special. You create an environment where people feel valued and respected, and that's when true innovation happens. A company's culture is its backbone, and when that culture is based on love, the sky's the limit. Entrepreneurs who lead with their hearts, who care about their people and their customers, are the ones who change the world. It's not enough to be smart or strategic. You have to genuinely care. Business is about relationships, and those relationships are built on trust and empathy. That's what makes a company strong, and it's what keeps it relevant in a competitive market. And when you approach entrepreneurship with love, you're more willing to embrace the one constant in life: change. Change is inevitable. In business and in life, those who resist change are left behind. I've always believed that growth only happens when you step out of your comfort zone. If you're not willing to embrace change, you'll never reach your full potential. I've seen this time and again, both in my own life and in the lives of others. When I look back at the early days of Alibaba, we faced so many challenges that required us to adapt quickly. The internet was new, and most people didn't believe in e-commerce. But we knew that change was coming, and we embraced it. We didn't just adapt to the changes, we welcomed them. That's why Alibaba was able to grow into the company it is today. Many people fear change because it's uncomfortable. But I've learned that greatness only happens outside of your comfort zone. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. Change pushes you to think differently, to innovate, and to find new ways of solving problems. And it's through that discomfort that real progress is made. One thing I always tell people is that change is an opportunity, not a threat. It's an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become better. The world is changing faster than ever, and if you're not willing to adapt, you'll be left behind. But if you embrace change, you can turn uncertainty into possibility, and possibility into success. And when you embrace change, you develop one of the most important traits for success: resilience. No path to success is free from difficulties. Throughout my life, I've faced countless obstacles. I was rejected, I failed, and there were many times when it seemed like giving up would be the easier option. But I learned early on that resilience is what separates winners from losers. It's the ability to keep going, even when everything seems to be falling apart. In my journey with Alibaba, we encountered setback after setback, but every time we got back up and kept moving forward. That's what resilience is about, knowing that failure isn't the end, it's just a stepping stone to success. Every failure taught us something valuable, and it made us stronger in the long run. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel discouraged or frustrated. It means that despite those feelings, you keep going. I always remind myself that the toughest challenges lead to the greatest rewards. Success is not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get back up. One of the keys to resilience is having a strong sense of purpose. When you know why you're doing something, it becomes easier to push through the tough times. At Alibaba, our purpose was always clear: to help small businesses succeed. That purpose kept us going, even when things seemed impossible. And as you develop resilience, you'll find that you have the courage to make tough decisions. Being a leader means making tough decisions. There's no way around it. Whether you're running a business or leading a team, there will always be moments when you have to make difficult choices, and not everyone will agree with you. But I've learned that real success comes from making those decisions with courage, even when the outcome is uncertain. Throughout my career, I've had to make countless tough calls. Some were unpopular at the time, but looking back, I know they were the right decisions. I've always trusted my intuition and acted quickly. I believe that waiting for certainty often leads to missed opportunities. Sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith and adjust along the way. Courage isn't about never feeling fear. It's about moving forward despite that fear. There were many times when I wasn't sure if Alibaba would succeed, but I knew that staying still wasn't an option. If you want to lead, you have to be willing to take risks. It's not always easy, but the biggest rewards come from the hardest decisions. Making tough decisions also means taking responsibility for those decisions. As a leader, I always knew that the final call rested with me, and that meant being accountable for both the successes and the failures. But I've never let fear of failure stop me from making bold choices. And when you make decisions with courage, you pave the way for something even bigger: the power of dreaming big. I've always believed that great things start with great dreams. If you don't dream big, you'll never achieve big things. When I started Alibaba, people thought I was crazy. They didn't believe in my vision of e-commerce in China, but I did. I knew that if I could dream it, I could work toward it. That belief has been the driving force behind everything I've done. Dreaming big isn't just about imagining success. It's about visualizing a future that seems impossible and then working relentlessly to make it a reality. The most successful people in the world are those who dared to dream beyond the limits of their current circumstances. They didn't settle for what was in front of them. They imagined what could be. When you dream big, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. You're no longer constrained by what others think is possible or by the limitations of the present. Dreaming big pushes you to innovate, to take risks, and to pursue goals that others wouldn't even dare to attempt. But dreaming alone isn't enough. You have to take action on those dreams every single day. The future doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of the actions we take in the present. When I look at the success of Alibaba today, I know that it all started with a dream. And that dream became reality through hard work, persistence, and belief. So never be afraid to dream big. It's the first step toward creating something extraordinary. And as you pursue your dreams, remember that the key to lasting success lies in building something with purpose, with heart, and with resilience.